Okay, well, I'm going to the train station to go meet Sergio to get to the airport, and we're going to London. We're at the British History Museum?
British Museum.
British Museum. I don't know. We're just going through and we're seeing all these cool stuff. We saw some mummies. A guy from what, 3,500 BC. He still had his hair. I don't know. It's been super wild. Morning. Today is November 30th. Yesterday in London, there was a terror attack on London Bridge, which happened to be very close to where me and Austin were. Thankfully, everyone in my party is safe. We're all good. But definitely for a bit, there was a bit of a struggle. So me and Austin specifically, we were at, kind of by Lloyd's building. I'll put a little pin of where I was, but we were pretty close to where where people were getting on the bridge. We realized that there was something that was wrong when a guy got in the middle of the street and he started like stopping traffic from going on to the bridge, And he was like, no, 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 you can't get on. Like, no. And he looked like a civilian. I mean, I guess he could have been an undercover cop or something, but I don't know. Either way, he was screaming, there's been a terrorist attack. You can't get on the bridge. There's something bad that's happened. You have to turn around. You can't do this. So like all these buses are like trying to like back up and like turn around. And in the process of one of the buses like backing up and turning around, this lady got hit. And then like, and I was in the process of asking the crossing guard if like we could go that way, because that was the direction of our tea time, because I think it happened at like 1:30 or 2, and we were supposed to be meeting at 4. So we were already like trying to figure out like where, like when we were gonna head over. So we figured we might as well just head over that way, because it was a 40-minute walk, which meant that it was away from all the chaos, because there was just like a lot of, from where me and Austin were, there was a lot of pedestrians just like swarming out, and a lot of angry cars that were just honking and just didn't know what was happening. And like on the walk from, well, we were actually in a TK Maxx for a little bit, just like texting everyone and making sure everyone was okay. And it was kind of scary because we hadn't heard from Sharon yet, and she was like on her own, and no one remembered what she was supposed to be doing that day. She ended up getting back to us, thankfully. She was at the Westminster, and they wanted her to turn her phone on silent, which makes perfect sense. But in the moment, we were just super freaked out because we were like, can't find Sharon. Like everyone else in the chat, like texted like, hey, I'm safe. And I ended up emailing the professor that like all of us minus Sharon were safe, and then got back to him once Sharon got back to me. But it was very chaotic. And as me and Austin are walking, we could just hear like this guy on the phone. He's like, no, my building's totally on lockdown. Like no one could get in. And then you're looking at all these like buildings left and right. And there's just these guards standing in front of every door. And they're like, no, sir, you can't come in right now. And people just don't understand why. And it's just super chaotic. And me and Austin are trying to get out of there. And there's still people coming our direction toward the bridge. And it was just a lot. There was so many police cars and ambulances, and like all of the buses stopped running because they didn't catch the guy supposedly. So they're just trying to find him and like going around, and it's just been, it was just a lot for that time. All of us ended up making tea time, but Sergio actually had a big challenge because he was trying to go to tea time, and he was taking the tube, and he was trying to get off at the London Bridge, and that's where it happened. So obviously the tube was not going to stop there. So apparently it stopped. The tube is like an underground. It's like a metro. It stopped for 15 minutes, he said, and no one knew what was happening. And then once it stopped, there was an announcement on the loudspeaker that was like, hey, there's, you just need, what does it say? You need to listen to every instruction. This is like official police business or something. And he was being literally like escorted out and like into a safe area because he got off at the stop right after at the tube, and like everyone had to get off there. And he said there were horses, there were like all these policemen with guns strapped and wearing like all these like bullet vests. And I guess what ended up happening, because I mean, obviously I wasn't there, but a guy was stabbing people, and then he was wearing, like, as he was stabbing people, someone took the knife out of his hands and he got like tackled. And then he was like messing with like a vest, and it looked kind of like one of the like suicide vests, like the blow up like vests. So he was shot dead instantly. But there was some suspicion afterwards about like if they caught him or not. So it was still very, very hectic for a while, just making sure that he was like working alone, that there was nothing else that was happening. And then like after tea time, we come back to the Airbnb, which I'm currently at, and we got a notification that there was a stabbing in the Netherlands as well that was similar to the one on the London Bridge. So currently it's kind of stressful, but I'm thankful that everyone in my group is okay, and I hope that the people. I feel so sad for the 5 people that got stabbed on the bridge. Like, God, that's so awful, and I feel so bad for their families. It's just, oh my, I can't even imagine right now. It's awful, but I'm glad that he didn't blow up people, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, today we still have, well, I still have another day and a half in London, so Austin should be on his way over here, and we are gonna see some of the touristy stuff today. I hope that that's a smart move.